It was a sweltering summer evening, the kind where the air feels dense and oppressive, wrapping around you like a warm embrace. I had just returned home from a long day at work, exhausted and craving a moment of peace. As I moved through the house, I noticed an unusual stillness. My stepson Liam was home, but the silence was striking. Normally, our home buzzed with the sounds of laughter and chatter, but now it felt eerily quiet. My curiosity piqued. I made my way toward Liam's room, my footsteps soft against the floor. His door was slightly ajar, and a faint glow from his desk lamp spilled into the hallway. I knocked lightly, my pulse quickening for reasons I couldn't quite place when no answer came. I pushed the door open a bit further. What I saw caught me off guard. Liam was sprawled across his bed, fast asleep. The summer heat had prompted him to shed his shirt, revealing the lean, toned frame of a young man. I drew in a sharp breath, a wave of unexpected warmth washing over me. He looked so peaceful, so unguarded, yet there was an undeniable pull I couldn't dismiss. I stood there, watching him, noticing how the sheets had been kicked off his legs, leaving him exposed in a way that sent a sudden rush of heat through me. His sculpted muscles glistened faintly in the dim light, and I couldn't help but admire the sight. A flutter of excitement stirred in my chest. I shook my head quickly, trying to push away these thoughts. He was my stepson, after all, but the attraction was impossible to ignore. A warmth bloomed within me, a forbidden thrill that set my mind racing with memories of our shared moments, the laughter, the late-night talks, the bond we'd forged over time. But this was different. This felt perilously close to crossing a boundary as I watched him sleep. I couldn't stop myself from imagining what it would be like to reach out, to feel his warm skin against mine. The thought sent my heart racing. A shiver of electricity coursed through me, and I felt an overwhelming urge to close the gap between us, to erase the line that had always been carefully maintained. I knew it was wrong on so many levels, but the temptation was undeniable. Just then, Liam stirred slightly in his sleep, and my heart pounded even harder. I held my breath, afraid to make a sound. He shifted, his eyes fluttering open, meeting mine for a fleeting moment. Time seemed to stand still. A flash of surprise crossed his face, quickly replaced by confusion, and something else, something unspoken. "Hey," he mumbled, his voice low and groggy from sleep. "What are you doing here?" The air grew thick with tension, almost suffocating. "I just wanted to check on you," I replied, my voice betraying my nerves. My cheeks flushed as I tried to regain my composure. The atmosphere felt charged, like we were teetering on the edge of something momentous. "Didn't mean to fall asleep," he said, running a hand through his tousled hair, revealing the sharp lines of his jaw and the intensity in his gaze. There was something in his look that made my heart skip, as if he could see right through me. I took a step closer, unable to resist the magnetic pull between us. "What were you thinking about?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. My heart thundered in my chest. He hesitated, the air heavy with unspoken words. You, he said finally, and my breath caught. You, I echoed, almost inaudibly. He sat up, the sheets sliding from his torso, revealing more of his bare skin. You've always been there for me, he said, his voice trailing off, his eyes searching mine. My heart raced as I processed his words. The room felt smaller, the space between us shrinking with every passing second, as if the universe itself had conspired to bring us to this moment. The heat between us intensified, and I could no longer ignore the pull. I care about you, Liam, I said softly, my voice trembling with the weight of the confession. His eyes darkened, and I saw the same longing mirrored in his gaze. What do you mean? He asked, inching closer. The tension in the room was palpable. It's complicated, I replied, my heart pounding. The forbidden nature of our connection weighed heavily on my mind. Complicated can be beautiful, he said, his voice low and inviting, sending a shiver down my spine. Before I could respond, he closed the distance between us, his breath warm against my skin. In that moment, I knew we'd crossed a line, but the thrill of the unknown beckoned. I felt alive, electrified by the risk and the passion surging between us. He reached out, his fingers brushing against my arm, igniting a spark that drew me closer. I was lost in his gaze, unable to look away, as if the world had faded, leaving only the two of us suspended in time. What if we explored this? He whispered, his voice thick with anticipation. A surge of excitement coursed through me. The idea was both exhilarating and terrifying, but I knew I couldn't turn back. I nodded slowly, my heart racing as I took his hand, feeling the warmth of his skin against mine. In that moment, everything else faded away, leaving only us, wrapped in the heat of our desires and the thrill of the unknown. We leaned closer, our lips meeting softly at first in a tentative kiss that quickly deepened into something more fervent and urgent. The weight of our actions lingered in the back of my mind, but the intensity of the moment overshadowed everything else. We lost ourselves in the heat, surrendering to the emotions we'd suppressed for so long. It was a connection unlike anything I'd ever known, a merging of hearts that shattered the boundaries we'd built. Breathless and wide-eyed, we pulled back, knowing we'd ventured into uncharted territory, but the euphoria left me craving more, ready to embrace the wild journey ahead, no matter where it led. As the night enveloped us, I realized that sometimes the most profound connections arise from the most unexpected places. This was just the beginning of a story we couldn't have foreseen, an exhilarating adventure waiting to unfold. The outside world faded further, and the chaos of our lives felt like a distant memory. I could feel Liam's gaze on me, a mix of awe and desire that set my pulse racing. "Are you sure about this?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. I needed to know we were in this together, that it wasn't just a fleeting moment. He nodded, his eyes fierce. I've wanted this for a long time. I just didn't know how to tell you. His words hit me like a wave, their weight settling around us. The bond between us deepened, and I knew we were stepping into dangerous territory, but the exhilaration drowned out any doubts. Don't hold back, I said, my voice steady despite my racing heart. I leaned in, capturing his lips with mine again, more deeply this time. Our kiss ignited a fire within me, a warmth that spread through my body. In another passionate kiss, the outside world ceased to exist as we surrendered to the moment. His hands traced patterns on my skin, sending shivers of excitement through me. I climbed onto the bed beside him, my body instinctively drawn to his. The mattress was soft beneath us, the perfect canvas for our desires to unfold. I gazed at him in the dim light, admiring his features. He seemed almost like a work of art, a masterpiece waiting to be discovered. You're incredible, I whispered. A shy smile spread across his lips, but it quickly turned into a look of resolve. You're not so bad yourself, he replied, his confidence shining through as he reached out to caress my cheek. The warmth of his touch sent shivers down my spine. I leaned into his hand, craving the connection. There was something freeing about this moment, a liberation I'd never felt before. I'd always held back, conforming to expectations. But now I was ready to break free with newfound courage. I pressed closer, my body against his. The sensation was electric, a magnetic pull drawing us together. Our hearts beat in sync as the desire between us grew. Tell me what you want, he whispered, his breath hot against my lips. I paused, my heart racing as I processed his words. I want to lose myself in you, I replied, my voice trembling with longing. I want to feel everything. His eyes darkened with passion. Then let's not hold back, he said. With that, he pulled me closer, and we surrendered to the heat of our connection. The world around us vanished, leaving only the two of us, entangled in a web of passion and desire. As the night wore on, our touches grew more urgent. Each kiss, each caress brought us closer to ecstasy. The thrill of the forbidden fueled our passion, forging a bond that transcended everything. As dawn began to break, casting a soft glow through the window, I lay in his arms, a sense of peace washing over me. We'd crossed boundaries, yes, but in doing so, we'd found a connection that felt fated. The world might judge us, but in our hearts, we knew it was right. As I watched him sleep, a gentle smile on his lips, I realized that sometimes the most beautiful connections emerge from the most unexpected places. We were just beginning our journey, and whatever challenges lay ahead, I was ready to face them with him by my side. With that thought, I closed my eyes, surrendering to the warmth of the moment, knowing this was only the start of an exhilarating adventure we'd share together.